Just to shut haters up, she does start first try. Right up, no problem. So yeah. Alright, what's up guys? Christian back with Diesel Arts and Motorsports channel. Walking around today, just another day. So I just started her up for the first time about probably a month or more. And she started right up, which is always a good thing. But that's probably gonna be the last time that this engine starts, because we're actually gonna tear the heads off today. The new VQ, or the fresh refurbished block, new pistons, all that stuff. The heads on that one are actually warped, so we're not gonna be able to use them. Hoping to use these heads, but to get to that, or to at least know if we could do that, or need to order new ones, I gotta take them off, measure them, make sure they're flat. So today's gonna be taking off the intake manifold, the upper, lower, and plenum, spacer, all that whole setup, because we got to get to them. And the real bitch is that all these pulleys got to come off, this whole front cover's got to come off, and then we get to the heads. So we got our work cut out for us. And wheels, right, the rear wheels are upstairs. Have already test fitted them. Ordered my Fender roller, so that's gonna be nice. Didn't get to film it, but you see the VQ35. You see the hind joints. You see the camber lockout plates. And just some more little rear suspension porn. But yeah, let's go ahead and get these heads off. Okay guys, so we got the whole K&N Typhoon system taken out. How I work, I like to keep everything so that could show there. That's how you don't lose bolts. You just leave it. No need. Everything else here has got the nut attached on the back, keeping everything organized. Front bars off. Just want to show you guys with the intake off. Let's go ahead and get that manifold off. Check that out. Manifold's off. Still clean. Everything else. Baggies for everything. Everything. Back to work on our race cars. Alright, so we got everything pretty much taken off. Next step I'm going to do is take out all of the coolant, drain that shit out on that pan right there. All the belts are off. AC compressor off. Harness off. Fuel rails off. So we got this power steering pump. Valve covers off. Starting to get into it, hoping that these heads are not warped. That doesn't look smooth though, so that worries me. But we'll see. So you have all the accessories are off. We got the crank at TDC. Picking things up a couple of days later. Just got back from FD Orlando. Ago, and well, let's see where we're at. So everything's pretty much the guts of the car. Front timing covers off. I was stuck on that for like 3 days, and I was really dumb because there's just a bolt that I didn't see. But yeah, so now we gotta take off the chain, tensioners, everything, get this second rear cover off, and then we could pull off the heads. And then we need to measure those, make sure they're flat. If they are, put them on the VQ, the other VQ block. If they're not, we got to send them back for the core charge and get new heads, which is going to be straight because refurbished block, pretty much new everything. So I'm kind of, part of me is hoping that it's just broken. So here's for hoping that I break shit, but not really, only a little bit. Slightly break it. There's a good amount of breaking shit, because then you got to upgrade. But that's front timing cover off. I had to try it on. The VQ I got, I actually ended up painting the timing cover for that. I was a bit worried about if the color would be too much, too ricer, but I think it's gonna work out nice. Take a look. And we got the polished manifolds going on top. I want to say energy, but I'm not sure. The carbon fiber cover, that's gonna go this, and these are actually gonna get hydro dipped. Carbon fiber, but with the red. So red carbon fiber, actually the same one that's gonna be the Mishimoto hoses. So again, I'm trying to go for generally the same red, but screw it if it's a little bit off. It's whatever. But you gotta represent with the orange for the case board. Yeah, by the way, Turbo Flying Miata. Totally forgot. I'll end up making a video about that. We'll get into that.
Oh yeah.
Timing chain is finally off. Next thing we're gonna do is get this rear cover off. I was hoping you could just get the heads off without having to do the rear cover, but you can't, because if you look right there, that's gonna come through here. So the rear cover is bolted onto the heads. So we gotta take off both of the, this is the intake cam and the exhaust cam. You gotta take off these sprockets are off. Got all the bolts off using impactors, kind of a bitch. But they're off. Now we're gonna get to all the bolts we have to do for the 25 bolts that we gotta do for the rear timing cover. Organization is key. Now we got all the sprockets off, all our chains got off, chain guide, all the bolts to get the timing cover off. Just gonna start prying it. Now here's water pump. Usually, ideally, we would try to get it out first. So I saw online that they actually threaded it through and that kind of pushed the pump out. I tried that, and with my luck, of course, I snapped the bolt down here. So we're gonna see if hopefully we could take it off with the cover. It's starting to come off, so that's good. Letting the coolant drain out for a sec. Like I said, we usually want to take the water pump out first. But try not to, like here, I'm just using the little knobs from the variable valve timing solenoids as a pry mark. You wouldn't want it on like any surface, not the head to the actual surface of the timing cover. Alright guys, so with a little help of pry bars, and there was actually 2 bolts on the bottom. There's 2 that keep the front timing case on, 1 that keeps the rear timing case on inside, and then there's one on the left side, like right near where the alternator usually would be, that's keeping this together. But so this, as you can see, is pretty damn loose and should be about ready to come off. Set down this front light here.
Beautiful. There she is, boy.
For the thumbnail.
Lit.
Lit. With the water pump in. Now we can get to pulling these heads, finally. Gosh.
Damn, that's a really good shot.
Yeah, right? Now we just off.
Right there.
And then that block is going to be pretty much light enough so we can just, Alright guys, so as you saw there, camshafts are out. There is a specific sequence, and you see right there, you can pause it on how to get each of these off, and these do have each a specific little spot for them. So this one can't go there, it's gonna screw up the camshaft and all that. So I just got the cam out of the way so I could get to the bolts that I need to do to get it off. But as soon as I got the camshaft out of the way, I just put these back. Gonna keep everything a little bit easier to organize. But yeah, so next step, each of the heads is going to have 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's an order for that. That's not the sequence, but so I'm going to rip those off now. And so you might not be able to see it throughout the oil in particular, but that is a hexagon. All of these are hexagons. 7 of these are hexagons. That motherfucker right there, that little son of a bitch, is a circle now. Which means I'm gonna take a break from that. I should just load the car. I'm gonna lift the rear now, and let's roll these fenders. Fender rollers on. Caseboard, suspension, coilovers, Voodoo 13, tow arms for spring bucket delete, SPL camber lockout plates, ISR brake lines, SPC camber arms, Brembo swap, and let's see if we can swap. so I got the fenders rolled like I mentioned earlier. So we're back at it with the heads. It's the left head bank one that has the stripped bolt on it that we couldn't get off. We actually got all of them loose on bank 2. So as soon as we get the rest of these bolts out, we should be able to pull that off. Not too much longer now. Alright, so I left off where we were getting the heads, me and Chandler, we were getting the heads loose, and then that's the last thing I filmed. So actually the coolant route that goes around and connects both those heads, that had to come off. That took me a while. It shouldn't be that hard, but just the way that the harness runs through that and the coolant, and it's just a really tight space. But once that came off, the heads came off no problem. So that's all for this video. On the next video we're going to go into where I actually port and polish them. And if you guys have never done any kind of that, like I poured and polished my manifold before, it's a bitch to do. But I'm going to go into it not step by step just because how long it takes, but just so you guys get a picture of how long it does take. Man. But it's going to be worth the gain and horsepower. Besides that, make sure to like and subscribe, smash that button down there, follow us on social media, Christian_Z33 for the Instagram, and until next time, you guys stay sideways.